Yo, Kirk is back. And we trying to kick his ass, right? So stay tuned.
Love them church boys.
We're gonna preview Washington versus Vikes, Kirk versus Heineke. Stay tuned. Let's go, Commanders Podcast.
You like that? What is up? What is up? What is up? What's up?
Stop that.
Please tell me that was one of the greatest commercial sets of all time.
That was on screen.
Dookie, pick up the phone.
Or a scary movie.
Scary movie, but it was parodying the whole Budweiser ad.
Hey, yo, Dookie, pick up the phone. Dookie. What's that? Oh, what a good. I got to go watch that sometime. Ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 159. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to another episode of Commanders. That was your boy Dev on the intro. We got your boy Phil in the upper right. And I'm your boy Steve. Thank you for tuning in. Please go like and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you get a chance. And if you're watching this on Facebook or Twitter, go hit that YouTube page, even if it's on the retro, and go hit that like button. We really appreciate it. Tonight we are going to preview the Kirk Cousins comeback game back to Landover, Maryland. I don't know what he's going to. I think it'll be very nonchalant. Has he ever come back here before since he left?
Nope.
This is his first time. We've gone to Minnesota though.
Yep.
But he has not come back to FedEx Mofo Field. Well, Kirk, wish I could cheer for you, but I ain't. So here we go. We about to lay it out for you, and we gonna give it to you. X gonna give it to you.
What?
I said X gonna give it to you.
You said we gonna give it to you first. I don't want to know.
We as in the proverbial we as in the Washington Commanders.
We gonna give it to you, and the word perv in there. I don't know what's going on at Steve's house.
Not a whole lot of anything except for kids' birthdays. My kid turned 6 today, so
happy birthday, little Liam.
Happy birthday, Jared.
That's Jared. Yeah, he turned 6. So we're doing this party on Saturday and going to the game on Sunday.
Not gonna have a theme and shit.
No theme. He's a gamer. He likes to play games.
What's he playing?
He plays Call of Duty. He plays Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse, and he plays the regular Spider-Man on PS4. He's beaten both of them. He's 6 years old, man. I started letting him play GTA 5. I probably shouldn't say that publicly, but
hey, you need to let him start playing Madden so there'll be a limb that can beat me one day with my 80s. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think I've ever played you.
You can't win, man. I'm the greatest.
I've never played. I'm not good at Madden at all. I'm okay.
I stopped caring about Madden.
I'm okay at Madden, but
speaking of which, I'm like Jesus Small J in Madden.
Speaking of which, just got the word that there might be some Commanders esports stuff going on, a little Commanders esports action. So I'm going to look into that. Got a hold of someone from the group, from the Commanders sales, Commander X esports. They want some money for it. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, let's go. Marcus Edlin, welcome to the show. Thank you for the happy birthday. Thank you for the happy birthday, Marcus. Just kicking it off. Here we go, Minnesota Vikings. So, the Minnesota Vikings are 6-1 in the NFC North. Not good for us.
Who saw that coming?
Did not, but it sounds like they're finally putting the pieces together and having a complete season. So, they are 6-1.
By the way, I see it coming. I said this was happening. I want all y'all to know this. I predicted exactly this. I said, hey, man, if O'Connell goes to Minnesota, Cousins is going to have his best year, and they're going to win the division. I told exactly that to Shotguns. He was pissed as a Green Bay fan. I said exactly this to him. I got the text receipts to prove that. I told y'all,
I
man.
didn't think they'd be 6-1 at this point.
Man, yeah. I thought they win the division.
Yeah, but not 6-1.
Whatever it takes to win a division. Because I think Green Bay is going to end up still winning they're going to lose about 3 more games. I think Green Bay will. And they'll win that. They'll win the rest of them. So Green Bay's still going to win 10 games. Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. They played some demons, man. Except for us. They playing some demons, man. The Bills, they play Philly pretty soon. They'll lose that game and maybe one more. Just saying.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They got Dallas too.
They got the Bears. They got the Bears and fucking Lions twice.
True.
I mean, no.
The Lions, what the hell? But
I'm just saying. And they traded Hockenson.
Bears out here trying to make moves.
They traded Hockenson to Minnesota, who we played.
Yeah, Lions don't care no more.
Right, man. The Vikings care, unfortunately.
We done. Well, let's go ahead and review a quick overview of the Vikings roster, their record. So like I said before, they're 6-1. First to the NFC North, like that probably drives Shy Guns crazy. Kevin O'Connell, our former quarterbacks coach. Look at the other notable assistant, Greg Minuski, outside linebackers. How about that? Offensive coordinator, Wes Phillips. If I'm not mistaken, that's the son of
Wade
Phillips.
Wade's son and Bum's grandson.
And wasn't Wade Phillips our tight end coach for a hot second?
Nope.
No?
Wade Phillips was.
No, one of his sons was a coach on our team.
Yeah, for sure.
Because remember, there was a time when Wade Phillips was in the stands, and it was right around the time we thought Jay was going to fire.
I think it was a tight ends coach, wasn't he?
His defensive coordinator,
Minuski,
and we saw Wade Phillips in the stands.
Wes Phillips was here.
Yes, that's what I said. He was like a tight ends coach or something. I don't know.
I don't remember that, but okay, I'll take your word for it.
Because Wade Phillips was in the stands wearing Redskins gear all the time. We're like, oh, that's our next defensive coordinator. That's our next defensive coordinator. And then he doesn't hire him. And Wade goes off. I think he went back to the Texans or the Broncos. He went somewhere to be a defensive coordinator, and they had a great defense. Yeah, if anyone remembers that, put that in the chat because I surely don't remember it. What's up, Yam? Yam says, Viking fans feel overly confident right now from what I've seen. But, well, first off, thanks for joining. I think they have every right to, in all honesty, for now. So team stats, let's check it out. So
go back up. The first one that jumps off the page at you is at the very top.
What?
Look at the expected win-loss. 4-3.
Yeah, finishing out. So I guess we'll see the rest of their schedule.
Well, no, what that means? No, that's they're saying expected win-loss record up to this point is 4-3. But they're 6-1, which means that they're squeaking
they've exceeded it.
They're squeaking out close games. A lot of that's based upon your 0.4 and against differential.
Yeah. 14th of 32.
But that tells you they're not blowing teams out left and right.
Yeah. Let's look at who they've played so far. So like Dev said, they played the Packers. 1-0, 123-7. Lost to Philly, so that Philly's on fire. 7-24. The rest of the games, Phil, you're right. They were pretty close. 28-24 over the Lions, 28-25 over the Saints, 29-22 over the Bears, 24-16 over the Dolphins. That was a good win. 34-16 over the Cardinals, and then here we are at week 9 for us. So you're right. Looks like they've been eking out some close games.
All one-score games. They're a good team that's been on the right side of some proper bounces.
Right.
And they don't really turn the ball over much. I mean, they have 7 turnovers all year. 3 of them came against Philly. Yeah. And that's how they're winning. They're not a risk-taking team.
Yep. Yeah, Yam says the Vikings head coach used to be our quarterback coach, and that was with the Rams past 2 years. So remember, Jay Gruden's coaching tree is turning out to be pretty darn good. I hate to say that.
Unfortunately, Jay Gruden wasn't.
Yeah. And
remember, I'm hating on the Louisville great, man.
Jay Gruden or Kevin O'Connell was the one who showed some progress with Dwayne Haskins. So he was the only one. And then I think he did follow Sean McVay to LA and then got his own gig. So here he is. But that's the win-loss record for the Vikings. Let's take a look at some of their team conversions and stats. So their offense is ranked 18th in third down percentage. They are ranked 9th in defense on third down percentage and 21 in fourth down percentage. Red zone offense is pretty good, ranked 5th overall. Kirk Cousins.
Red zone defense isn't very good.
No.
Our red zone
Cousins.
Our red zone defense is lit.
66%, 175 for 264, 1734, 11 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. So Kirk is doing Kirk numbers right now.
I was gonna say that this is typical Kirk.
He's doing the damn thing.
Here's the key, though. Here's the interesting thing. Like, their offense looks pretty good. I mean, they're 12th in the league, 11th in the league in passing, 21st running the ball. But Dalvin Cook's been in and out, as Dalvin Cook does. Their defense is what's interesting, though, because their defense is 29th against the pass.
Yeah.
The team stats are always, kind of telling, especially now we got a decent sample size.
Yep.
So that's something to consider, is that they got the pass defense is not very good. Their pass rush is going to be a little limp coming into this game. No Dalvin Tomlinson. Darius Smith may not play. So we'll see.
Yep. Nope. Good points, Phil. All good points. As you were calling that, I scrolled back up to their offense and defensive rankings. So our defense will definitely have their work put out for them. And the defense is not really their strong suit too much, just like you said. But we saw Kirk Cousins' numbers. He's doing Kirk Cousins things, averaging 250 a game, 14 sacks, 110 yards. Let's go down to the rushing stats. Dalvin Cook played 7 games, 561, 5 touchdowns, averaging 5 yards a clip, 80 yards a game. And Madison is their backup. He had a good spell relieving Dalvin Cook last year, but doesn't seem like he gets the ball too much. So they're pretty much a one back attack, kind of not like unlike us. We see they have two-headed attack going on right now, but Kirk Cousins is not the rusher. 2 touchdowns though from the quarterback position. Let's take a look at the receiver position now. We'll just separate by targets. Look at that. Justin Jefferson, 71 targets. My gosh, that's crazy.
He is almost 33% of their targets.
Yep.
All right. That tells you a lot.
Well, look at Thielen. He's battled some injuries. He hasn't been healthy this year. 50 targets, 35 receptions, 351. Look at the touchdowns spread out though. 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. Yeah.
That's a Kirk. That's a Kirk thing.
That is a Kirk thing. He likes to do that. Let's go to these comments. Yam says the Vikings are a mirror image of us. Good D, mid-O. Managed to pull out 1 possession W's. Balls bouncing lucky. The O just does enough to win. That's true. But one thing they can say is Kirk Cousins is a franchise quarterback. Like it or love it, leave it. He's a franchise quarterback, and he was on this team for a while. And he's not anymore. Thanks, Bruce. Aaron Scherer, what's up, bro? Said, don't tell Turner that, Phil. He will have Heineke pass 65 times. Yes.
I don't think Scott has it in him to do that to Taylor.
It's Scott Turner, so let's not jump ahead of ourselves.
He hasn't done it with Taylor before.
Yes. Yem says the Vikings are really good against the run, one of the worst red zone defenses. He says if we can run on them, we can lock the game down. Yeah, I believe that's kind of been I don't know if it's just because we're comfortable with the Redskins days of the old of running the ball, but it works. It worked. That's what I was about to say. It works. It doesn't not work. You control the clock. You keep the other team off the field.
Unless you're a Kansas City who uses the pass game, they use that horizontal pass game a lot as an extension of the run game.
Like Brady did it when he was in New England.
Brady used to in New England. Unless you're one of those types of teams, running the ball works.
Yep.
And at the same time, I mean, that used to be the New England mentality, is that you can plug and play any running back there. They'll do all right because they're not asked to do much.
Aaron Scherer, run the dang ball. Miss Tui from the blind side. Keep Cousins off the field. That's right. And I wonder if we're gonna put BSJ on Justin Jefferson. That'll be something good to watch for too. Marcus said they moved Jefferson around. He's mostly in the slot, So I don't know if that puts
wild goose. Hey, I'm definitely got Richard. I definitely got Jefferson in fantasy football this week.
Yeah, pick Jefferson up in fantasy.
FanDuel. He's one of my 3. Everything
definitely worth the salary.
Wild. It means we're going to see wild goose shit against Justin Jefferson,
who might be the best receiver in the league right now.
Yeah, Justin Jefferson. Do you remember when we did the top 5 Tuesday wide receivers going back into our offseason? I had Justin Jefferson as the number 1 receiver in the NFL.
I think I have it number 5.
I think I have it somewhere. I have it in a different platform, but yeah, maybe I'll pull that up before we finish this pod out. Joe Harris, welcome to the show. Said we need pressure on Kirk. Yes, we do. Let that front 4 eat without having to blitz, and let's put him in the ground in FedEx Field. Let him feel the Commanders. Let him feel the turf, new turf. What's up?
I said hurt Kurt, but I took it back. Don't hurt Kurt, man.
Just let him. Don't injure him, but you can hurt him. There's a
hurt Kurt, don't injure Kurt.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm down with that. Says I was skeptical, but Stoner brought up that teams outside of like the top 4 and 5 with standout quarterbacks are going to run more and more, and things are shifting to that again. Yeah, that's true. Are we going to see a resurgence of running backs back in the NFL again?
I hope so.
I don't know. I wish we would. So this is the receiver core. Let's go by yardage here. Oops, messed that one up. Receiving yardage 752, 351 for Adam Thielen, who's really fell off. But there it is. I don't think outside of those top 2.
Adam Thielen would probably be the top receiver on our team, bro.
Better over Terry?
Terry?
How many receptions Terry got?
Terry's in the 40s at least.
Terry's a byproduct of our quarterback play though, and the offense. But you know what?
We say that every year. But I remember Case Keenum sent Thielen to the Pro Bowl, bro. I ain't trying to hear it.
Yeah, before they had Jefferson.
I was just saying. Adam Thielen's been in the Pro Bowl or 2.
Terry McLaurin has 33 catches for 553 yards.
So secondary receiver on
Hold on, though. That's because he's only had 53 targets, too.
50,
still more. 53 targets. Now,
he got
Curtis
50.
Samuel has the most targets in our team with 62.
Right. Again.
And he has 42 catches. But he's only averaging about 9.3 a catch.
Again, you can't say Thielen fell off when he pulling the numbers better than McLaurin.
Terry's averaging 17 yards a carry. 17 yards a catch.
Yeah. I ain't saying he's better. I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, I see what you're saying. He's got more receptions. They also have better quarterbacks. Let's be honest. Kirk is better than Carson, and he's better than Taylor. It's not even a question.
For sure.
Not even a question.
For sure.
Although our pass distribution is interesting because they have, they have 3 wide receivers and a tight end, all with over 20 catches, right? We have 2 wide receivers and 2 running backs, all with over 20 catches.
That is crazy.
Now, Jahan Dotson, if he hadn't been hurt, would probably be up there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
He'd have over more touchdowns.
Let's flip over to the defensive side of the ball for them. Let's go for INTs. They got Harrison Smith, who's it's no secret, he's a very, very good safety. And he's Pro Bowl. He's got 3 interceptions right now. So
Patrick Peterson with the 10 pass defenses, man. Jeez.
Yeah, still got it. Jordan Hicks, linebacker, got a pick in there. Let's go to their pass deflections. Patrick Peterson, Harrison Smith. There you go. Solo tackles. Let's go to combined tackles. Jordan Hicks, Eric Kendricks, the former Philadelphia linebacker, if I'm not mistaken. Is that Eric Kendricks?
That's Michael Kendricks.
Michael Kendricks. Okay, so different guy. But no one seems to be tackle machines. I think Cole might have him beat out on some of the tackles. Sacks. Zadarius Smith, who is a good linebacker. He's 8.5. The next second person is Daniel
and he is hurt.
Daniel Hunter, but Harrison Phillips.
Harrison Phillips, yes.
Yeah, that guy might be one of the best tackles in football, bro. That's what I'm thinking of. Am I tripping?
You're not talking about the safety Harrison Smith, right?
No, defensive tackle Harrison Phillips. He's a space eater in the middle.
Yeah, he's like a legit nose tackle.
Yeah,
guys like that never go to the Pro Bowl, man. But as far as
him
nose
and
tackles
Dalvin
go,
Tomlinson both, but Dalvin Tomlinson is out.
Oh.
Yeah. And Zadarius Smith may be out, which puts a lot more pressure on
Patrick Peterson.
On anybody on defensive front seven.
Yeah. But fellas, in your words, so that's what we've seen so far. Phil, I'll start with you. Who do you think that the 2022 Vikings are? We went over their stats, we went over their win-losses, got some numbers. What you think, man?
They're almost elite. They have some deficiencies that can be exploited. You just have to be good enough to exploit them. They're resilient. They've won a lot of their games by one score. So you let them hang around, they'll hang around and they'll win something. But also the Vikings are not very good at putting teams away. So if they can let teams hang around, they've gotten away with it. And as we know with our current quarterback, you don't let them just hang around because things happen.
Yeah.
Things happen. It's weird. It's weird because Kirk is a better quarterback than Taylor Heineke. I know a lot of people don't want to hear me say that, but it's the proof's in the pudding.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
But they're almost the inverse of each other, especially when it comes to crunch time. If the game's close, who's more likely to make chicken salad out of a chicken shit situation?
I'm going to still say Kirk. The only time Kirk chokes is on Monday Night Football, man. Every other time, prime time, he has a pretty good record on Thursdays.
Kirk has the greatest comeback in franchise history.
I'm saying Kirk has a lot of comebacks, man.
I also remember Kirk in that game against the Giants over and over. A defense that played horrible all year came up with stops, and he couldn't get anything going.
Man, we were playing the Vikings.
And that was not Monday Night Football either. That was a 4:00 game. I like Kirk. I liked him when he was here. I got on the bandwagon a little bit before others did in 2015. After a couple games, I said, you know what? You can do something with this guy. And we've seen that. I didn't want him to go, especially when the replacement was Alex Smith. But I think that even though Kirk is a better quarterback, if this game's close, somebody's got to lead their team down the field at the end of the game. And I almost feel like that's where Taylor could shine. This is going to be an interesting game because of the fact that you have two guys. You have one guy who will play mediocre all game, but will hang around and do something great at the end. You have another guy who will play great all game, and if it's close, the other team's hanging around, may not be able to finish the deal. He may not be able to close.
Deb, what do you think? Who are the 2022 Vikings in your mind?
They should have an explosive offense, man. Jeez, Cooks, Jefferson, Thielen, Kirk, Hawkins, whatever, what's his name?
Hawkinson, they just picked up.
Yeah, that guy, man, from the Lions. Jeez, man. Osgood.
Kirk likes his tight ends, man. He did well with Kyle Rudolph till he got old, and then he ended up changing teams.
They upgraded from Irv Smith. Yeah,
Irv Smith's not a bad tight end at all. Straight up, you're right.
Man, they got Madison backing up Cook.
Yeah,
man, they gotta. You let them jump out on us early, we could be in some trouble.
Yeah.
Hopefully our bend but don't break defense. The good thing about us, we only rush for us who could drop back 8 on that. Or however many drop, was it 7? I can't answer.
Yeah.
With the Kentucky public school. But we drop guys into 4 or whatever like we normally do, cover 4. I hope that's what we do the whole game, just sit and hope he makes a mistake and stop the run. That seems to be the success for us. But I think Minnesota's a good team. I'm not sure on if I'm not intimidated them as defense. I think that if our guys do their job up front and catch the balls and make the right passes, that we could get off on them as well. I think we could put points up on them. Especially, have we heard anything about Dotson?
I'm going to go over the injury report here in a second.
Okay, well, if Dotson plays, Thomas plays, Chase Young might even sneak on the field here or there. I think I'm not that scared of their defense.
Okay, that's fair. Aaron Sherry says, if we can rattle Kirk, we will win. Bring the heat with the front four. Run the ball. Just don't let off the gas. Yeah, don't play with that loser mentality. Man, play to win the game.
Wild Goose is going to get cooked, bro.
Yam says, more teams are going to backfield committee style, which I prefer. It keeps things fresh and guys healthy. You don't got it. And then you might not get a star running back. Look at Dallas. They're doing it with Zeke and Pollard. We got Robinson, Gibson. You're seeing it. You're seeing it more and more. Yam says, I wish we had Jahan back, but I don't want him rushed back either. We'll get to the injury report right after this. Marcus says, Kevin O'Connell is a better play call than Scott Turner. So my question is, does Kevin O'Connell call the plays for Minnesota? I don't know. I'm guessing he does, but I don't know.
Is that Phillips' son? He's offensive coordinator, right?
He's the offensive coordinator, yeah.
I think if he doesn't call the plays, I know that he is directly running that offensive show. Like, that is his offense.
Yeah.
He doesn't delegate the way Ron does.
Yeah, I don't think that Scott Turner is bad. I think that his inexperience shows when he should not be inexperienced.
Question, fellas. Do you think Kevin O'Connell's offense and Matt LaFleur's offense are derivatives of Jay Gruden's offense? Because they came out of his system.
100%. They're derivative of Jay Gruden's offense.
With their own little tweaks, you know.
No, here's the thing, all right, because it's all derivative of, first of all, it's derivative from Sean McVay.
Right.
The thing is that what Sean did when he left is that he took Jay's offense,
made it better,
and simplified the shit out of it. Because Jay was needlessly complex because he didn't know what he was doing.
Right. Got better players in it too. We're being honest. Look at Green Bay's offense. Look at Green Bay's offense with an all-pro receiver in it and one without it.
No, hold on. Yeah. This is the same offense. This is the same offense that nearly went up with 3 1,000-yard receivers, right? With Kirk throwing the ball to Deshaun, to Pierre, and to Jamison Crowder.
Yeah. Still not better than Odell Beckham, the white guy down there that's Matt Motzi.
Cooper Kupp.
And Allen Robinson.
If we had
Robinson, you know what I'm saying? It still ain't.
If we had an average defense in 15 and 16, those are back-to-back 11-win years easily.
I'm just saying, if we had your boy, that Cooper Kupp and Odell Beckham and Allen Robinson, you know, whatever, and
Allen Robinson ain't doing shit this year.
I know at the beginning of the season he wasn't doing too well, but he's been pretty good here lately. At least.
Well, they ain't winning.
Rams are struggling. Rams are struggling. Cody Jones says, "Say it, Phil. Kirk is better. What up, boys?"
He knows Kirk's better.
Yam says, I don't think Kirk is a quarterback that will take you to the promised land, but he's still better than anything we've had since him. 100%.
I saw Trent Dilfer win the Super Bowl. Anything is possible. You know,
Marcus says,
Allen Robinson has a whole 22 catches for 224 yards.
He hasn't done anything.
I mean, he's a third receiver.
Marcus says, I like Kirk Cousins too, but I felt BA should have traded him on the Bruce Allen on the first franchise tag because he didn't want to be with Washington. Yeah, we messed that one up 7 ways to Sunday.
Man, I said I heard on
it's not that he didn't want to be here. He didn't want to play with Bruce Allen as constantly not wanting to pay him money.
Man, they said that Kyle Shanahan offered them the first round pick, which would have been number 2 overall for that motherfucker, dog, and they didn't trade him. They was talking about it on Kevin Sheehan, I think, today.
I just want to know why.
Like they said, they offered a number 2 overall, and I think somebody else offered another first round pick, and they still didn't trade him. San Fran offered a first round pick for Trent and didn't trade him.
Bruce Allen.
This is all Bruce Allen. Bruce Allen, man. I know we're going to talk about everybody's least favorite person, but I'm telling you, that person is always number 2 to me. Number 1 will always be Bruce Allen. I think Bruce Allen, it literally is Satan. I hate the guy. I can't stand him. A lot more smoking guns as to what's happened in the past 10 years of this organization point to him than anyone else. We're not going to get into all that.
Yeah.
It's weird. The weird thing was, and this thing always perplexed me, they didn't want to pay Kirk, but they wanted compensation like they had been paying Kirk, right? Like you devalue the guy when he's here, but if you're going to send him out somewhere else, you're going to overvalue him.
By the way, Kirk
it doesn't work that way in the NFL because everybody knows.
Kirk has never missed a game as a starter since he's been a starter, except for the one they made him leave for COVID when he wasn't even COVID positive. Yeah. That's the only game he's ever missed since he's become a full-time starter. It's like 7 out of 8 years. He's played every game.
He's durable as hell, and he was taking beatings.
And he's not one of the guys that fall on the ground when the sack's coming like Brady.
No, he takes the hit.
Yeah, he takes the hit, man. I've always respected Cousins. I've always thought we could do better than Cousins, but I always was cool with Cousins. Like, if Cousins was the best you could get, don't settle for less than Cousins. That was my whole thought. You know what I'm saying? I like Cousins though, man. I'm a Cousins fan, man. Yeah. I always said he was as good as Russ. Ha ha. Joke's on y'all now, right? Y'all will still have that Russ versus Kirk Cousins discussion. Ha ha ha.
That conversation changed this year.
I told y'all.
That conversation changed this year. It didn't change before this year.
You take those Pro Bowl receivers away, man, and the Legion of Doom, that dude is Kirk.
I mean, the Legion of Doom been gone for years.
Right, and he had been in the playoffs but once since they left.
And he only had, DK for a year, right?
Man, he had DK just as long as Kirk's had Jefferson. So, I mean, I don't want to – that's what I'm trying to say, man. They both got 2 Pro Bowl receivers. It's not an excuse. But, hey, we're not talking about that. I'm digressing.
Yeah. Russ is going off on a weird tip, too.
Nah, man, he might be
just a weirdo.
Mr. Unlimited.
Mr. Unlimited. Marcus said we had Deshaun Jackson, Pierre Jameson, and Jordan Reed, and we had a top 5 in weapons. We did, and we still managed to squander that away somehow because we had no defense to back it up. Yam says, Dad, when you remixing the Everything is Awesome song from the Lego movie?
I haven't seen the Lego movie.
What? Everything is awesome.
People were singing that at my work.
I'm more of a Death Note. I'm more of a Death Note.
Come on.
I'm more of a Death Note kind of guy when it comes to animation. Did y'all, by the way, watch the Simpsons Death Note tribute? Pretty good.
No.
I did not see that, but that's interesting that they did that.
It is, actually. Animation is on point.
Let's get into the injury report for today. We'll start with the Commanders. Jahan Dotson did not practice on Thursday, still nursing that hamstring. Cole Holcomb did not practice. David Mayo did not practice. J.D. McKissick did not practice. His neck, that must be a holdover from last year. He had a neck injury before. Logan Thomas was limited. Shaka Toney was limited. Jonathan Allen was full. Tyler Larson full, and Cole Turner was full. So it looks like
so is Chase going? Chase, you think he's going to play?
No, not this game. I don't think he is. He's just doing individual drills now.
Press conference sounded like he might be out there, bro.
Man, they need one more week, I think.
They said he's not quite looking as explosive as he did before.
He's got to get in football shape
just yet, but wow,
yeah. And then look at the Vikings; they're pretty thin on the injury report. Jalen Naylor didn't practice. Dalvin Tomlinson didn't practice. Their defensive lineman, cornerback Cam Dancier.
Hey man, I'm 45 years old, but that shit's small as hell. How are you seeing it?
Zadarius Smith was full practice today.
Oh, he got upgraded. Okay, because he was
practice today.
He was a DNP Tuesday.
Yep, and then he was limited on Wednesday. So that's the injury report. We'll see what happens. Yam says we are banged up for this game. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's any worse. I mean, at least we have small offensive linemen where it's been worse in the past.
I don't think we win if everybody was there, Yam. Keep
it. We do better when we don't have the people.
Unless you can bring the ghost of Sammy Ball back out there. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh. Yeah. Well, let's go to the next one. Dad, we'll start with you. Players that we should be watching for on the Vikings from offense and defense.
Vikings offense obviously is Jefferson.
That's the man, JJ.
That dude is nice. Defense. Again, man, and he's not going to ever show up in the sack totals, but the defensive tackle, man, he eats up space, and we have a horrible interior offensive line. And I'm just concerned that he'll shove what's his name? Howell, what's his name? The left guard, fucking kid.
Norwell.
Shit, I'm tripping. Yeah, they're going to shove him 8 yards back into the quarterback every play. That dude's susceptible to a bull rush, bro. I'm just scared of that. Other than that, I'm not too scared of the defense. I've seen what Terry's done to number one with corners. Seen him do it to Alexander for Louisville, and I've seen him do it to the kid in
I do think I'm gonna say something because you're talking about Harrison. You're talking about Harrison Phillips,
right? Big dude, man.
No Dalvin Tomlinson next to him though. It's kind of like Payne without Allen or Allen without Payne.
Right, but they run mostly a 3-line set. That dude starts.
Both of them start.
Oh, really?
Dalvin Tomlinson started all 7 games this year. This is the first game he's missing.
Man, I just want to see it. I hope we hold up.
Yeah. What about you, Phil? Players to watch.
On offense, player to watch is going to be Kirk.
Kirk.
I say this because as Kirk goes, the Vikings offense goes this season. So he's the man to watch.
7-1.
On defense, I'm going to say that the guy to watch is going to be Harrison Smith.
Yep.
If Harrison Smith is taking away the pass, and doing everything he can to take away the passes that Taylor wants to throw, we're going to see a lot of what we saw against the Colts. It's going to be a lot of 5-yard dump offs, which is efficient in terms of your completion percentage, but you're not moving the ball.
Right.
So that Harrison Smith on defense is going to be a big key for us if we want to have any hopes of the passing game. We need to be able to get passes off down the field that are away from him.
Yep. I'm with you. I kind of agree. I'm torn between Kirk and Justin, but I would say I'll kind of roll with both of those. And then same thing with Harrison Smith. He's my guy watching for on defense as well. Cody Jones says Norwell was dinged up early on. He looked way better last week. Yam says, I really feel like if we drop this game, it's kind of over for us already. I know I felt that way when we were 1-4, but just looking at the schedule and our chance to compete for the wild card looks down.
Well, yeah, we were to lose drop 2 in a row, big dog. I don't know. You might as well get ready to call it over because we get drop 2 in a row. Now we might win 2 after that, but we definitely drop it 2 in a row. It's not over.
You never know with Taylor Heineke.
It's not over if we do drop it 2 in a row, though. It's not over in this. Everybody's the same record, bro. We got the same chances as everybody else. If we lose 2 in a row, the other teams might lose 2 also. You don't know.
Aaron Scher says Cook, Jefferson, and Kirk on offense. I'm not worried about the defense of the Vikings. Okay, that's fair. Hey, real quick, we talked about it before we started. This is our wide. Oh, sorry, that's not it. Wah, 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 wah. I have the. I'll put it here up in a second. The top 5 wide receivers we did in the offseason, if you guys remember. Check it out. This is what we did in the offseason. I don't even know what the date was of it, but we did it.
And what was I thinking? No Jefferson?
I don't know, Dev. I can't.
Man, hold on. But I'm wondering, before the season started, though, who would I have taken off?
I don't know.
DeAndre Hopkins.
Hey, we go back and watch the YouTube from this past
I told y'all he wasn't top 5.
Top 5 NFL wide receivers.
DeAndre Hopkins still balling up this year. He just came back.
Devontae Adams, Tyreek
Hill, back like 2 weeks.
On Diggs. I didn't even have Diggs in my top 5.
What's Hopkins' numbers look like for 2 weeks? He's been killing, I think, for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still going to Hopkins in the top 5.
Actually, hold on. My question is, what has Devontae done? I haven't paid attention to
he's still getting 15.
Las Vegas Marauders.
He still gets about 15 targets a game, though.
Yeah. Done none.
Alexa, turn off my Xbox.
Anyways, thought I'd just flash that up there. All right. Commanders win if. Phil, let's go to you. And those in the chat, let us know. Put it in the chat right now. Commanders win if. Let's talk about it. Phil, go ahead.
You dominate time of possession. You can't. Their offense is too good to leave on the field. So you have to, you had to make the one-dimensional, right? You can't let Dalvin Cook be a factor in the game, all right? So, and our run defense may be able to do that, especially because we tend to do better against one-back teams that feature one back only. And I think you're going to see that. So it's a matter of, can the defense hold up against the pass? At least bend but don't break. If you allow field goals instead of touchdowns, you could be in this. On defense or on offense, we need to control the clock too. It's going to have to involve the passing game. They have a top 10 run defense, right? You have to run the ball, not necessarily for gaudy yardage, but run efficiently. And you're going to have to utilize that passing game to move the chains. You have got to keep the ball out of Kirk's hands, keep it in Taylor's hands. Taylor has to keep the ball in his own team's hands and not in the opposing team's hands. And I think you have a chance to take one away here.
That's fair. That's fair. All right. I'm going to say Commanders win if, oh, man. This is tough because their offense is much harder than defense. So
Commanders win if Steve and I show up to the game. Oh, wait, we're going to be there.
We are going to be there. I'm going to say Commanders win if we can keep Kirk under 225. Keep Kirk under 225.
That ain't happening.
Yeah, it's not happening. I know. And
under
don't let Dalvin Cook get into the game because Dalvin Cook is a great running back. He's very
one-dimensional.
He is very one-dimensional, but once he gets going,
no, I'm saying keep them one-dimensional.
Oh, keep them one-dimensional. Yeah, right. I'm not saying put it in Kirk's hands, but you just gotta. Man, I don't have a good phrase for Commanders win if. I mean, I would say just keep Kirk in check. That's what you really got to do. Make him run the ball, which we're pretty good at stopping so far. And if we can keep the pressure up with just the front four and not have to blitz, that lets coverage go much better, and then we can get these coverage sacks by the front four. So it's working out good.
I like to see us get some sacks and get home, not just get hurries, get home. You know what I'm saying? Kirk isn't as we've been accustomed here these last few weeks of going against very mobile quarterbacks. Kirk is slightly mobile, but he's not as mobile as these other guys we've been seeing lately. Like he's touchable. I think we need to get home on some of these, and we need to get some of these interceptions. We need to get some turnovers this game. I love the way we capitalized on our turnovers last game. We need to get turnovers this game for sure. That's the only way I think we win.
A turnover.
I think they're going to put up too many points for them not to get turnovers.
Cody says Commanders win if Scotty gets hit by a bus.
We don't want that to happen, by the way. Lord bless Scotty.
Here's something that it's Scott, if you're listening, read between the lines. You know what I've seen Kirk Cousins do that Taylor Heineke hasn't done? Run a goddamn quarterback end around. All right. I remember that Detroit game where Kirk goes, fakes RPO, and then just runs around end, completely naked run, and gets 20-some yards.
Yeah.
Right? Haven't seen Taylor do that. Saw that speed option last week. That was a nice little wrinkle. But we got to get something in there where at least once or twice, Taylor just tucks it and runs. Nobody's keying on that. Nobody's keying on it. Every time they do the inside RPO or they do a little read option run, he hands it off every time. And the defensive end is crashing down hard every time. All right. Preston Smith did that a lot in the Green Bay game. He never looked at Heineke the entire time. Anytime did a little inside handoff where he kind of looks like he's about to possibly pull it back, Preston Smith's running down the line. He is not coming at Heineke at all.
Right.
Defenses aren't respecting that. So you got to call it once or twice. Even if you don't get any yards out of it, you got to get the defense thinking.
Yep. Straight up. Yam says, Commanders win if Jack Del Rio gives up less than 3 big plays and our offense on the field for more than their offense. That's true.
Right. Absolutely.
Aaron says,
right,
have a game feed up for the game. I mean, we'll have a live thread up.
We need to do commentary for a game once, just once this year.
We can do a full live stream for the game.
The only thing is we're out there watching the game in different time zones.
We are. So what we could do is I could stream the game from my Verizon account up to the screen, and then we all watch it on the live stream together.
No, you can't. You're gonna get sued. You're gonna get sued for that, bro.
Oh, really?
Right, you can't do that. We can sit there and talk while the games. Yeah, we can talk while the game's on. You know what I'm saying?
Then we'll all be on different.
Yeah, right.
Let's see. Marcus says, key offense, Taylor Heineke. Don't be Brett Favre. Defense get pressure with the front 4 or 5. That's true. That's true. Cody says, sorry, Phil, Scotty, don't run even with the mobile quarterback. Yeah, right. Okay.
Scotty doesn't know.
I'm telling y'all, I'm saying this for the first time, I think, but I think Washington needs to do in our season, man, is offer Lamar Jackson $250 million and offer them the 2 first rounds as a franchise fee for him coming over. I mean, you got Lamar. He'll be they're gonna franchise him.
Dude,
they're gonna franchise him. They're gonna franchise him. I pay the penalty, bro. You're not gonna find somebody that can change your destiny in a day.
Yeah.
Like that guy. Yep. Like I would do it.
All right, let's go predictions, score predictions. But first and foremost, before we do that, let me see what the Vegas odds are. What do they open up at? We are in week 9. Let's see what they're giving the Commanders for week 9. So Vegas has which games? Where is it? Where is she? Here we go. Vegas Insider. Okay. The Vikings are opening up at -3. -3. So -3 at FedEx Field. So they're definitely a favorite. Yep. That's about a touchdown favorite at home. At home for us. So with the Vikings having a -3 advantage coming into FedEx Field, let's go predictions. Dev, what you got? Oh, by the way, I don't have the over under. I'll get that. Dev, what you got predictions?
I'm gonna go Minnesota 27, Washington 14.
27-14.
I hope I'm wrong.
27-14 Minnesota.
I would give myself a Glock Dookie award. I hope I'm wrong though.
That's not Glock Dookie worthy. Now, if you would have said something else like
40 to
Washington wins 27-14.
Yeah. That would be Glock Dookie worthy, but that's not a bad prediction. That's nothing crazy.
I hope we win, man.
I mean, I do too. I think everyone wants us to win.
By the way, if we win, not this week, but if we win next week, especially, man, Heineke's not coming out the lineup. I don't give a shit how we win. If we beat the Eagles, Heineke's not coming out the lineup, bro.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
All right. So, oh my goodness. Hold on. Clicking on that, maybe. Okay, there we go. So right there, you see the point spread -3, over under 43.5. So you're not too far off, Dev, with your over under either. So Phil, what do you got for prediction?
I am going to say 27-23 Vikings. It'll be close. It's weird feeling that the Taylor Magic will die somewhere around the Viking 30 late. Something will happen, and all hell's going to break loose on Commander's Twitter and in Facebook groups and everything.
That's fair.
Yeah, because the people who say, "Well, he's limited," like, see, and the people who think that he's Jesus Christ reincarnated, they'll blame everyone in existence except for Taylor.
Okay.
But 27-23 Vikings.
All right.
So, actually, you know what? No. I'm changing this.
Change it to what?
26-24 Vikings. I don't
it's a close game.
I'm going to make it an even closer game because my whole point is they're not going to cover.
Okay. So they won't cover that.
But you want to watch it.
I want to roll a couple of days. They won't cover, but if you take the over, I think you'll be okay.
Yeah. Aaron says 14-14. Texans and the Eagles tied at halftime. How is that possible on with Davis Mills and no Brandon Cooks? Hey, man, how is that possible? Seriously.
You looking past it.
I don't know, but what's funny? Houston, it's a tie game, right? You know what the win probability for the Eagles is?
What?
83.9%.
Still, man.
Yes.
Yeah. So they must have got 2 turnovers or something.
Houston is looking mean against the Fecals right now. Marcus has 27-24. Sly with a last-second free throw to win the game.
Man.
All right. 27-24, Marcus.
I want to blow him out, man. Honestly, I hope that happens. I hope we win like 80.
Aaron Scherer has 26-20 Vikings. That's fair. I'm going 24-20 Minnesota myself. That's what I'm rolling with. 24-20. I hate to roll with it, but I think they do cover, and I think they hit the over. Yeah. Yam says 24-17 Vikings. Okay. We're all pretty much in the same boat.
Yeah, except Dev. Marcus. Dev thinks it's gonna be a two score loss.
Man, look, dog. I think we'll make a run and it'll be close, and then it'll just get out of hand. Like a big player happen. Wild Goose will get a penalty to get the ball in the field goal range, or get the ball in the red zone for them. Like, I just can feel like this is one of the games where we just hold the receivers too many times or some dumb shit just takes the top off of it.
Well, Cody's saying 24-21 comms. He's gonna roll. Stick with it. Stick with it, Cody.
All right, Cody.
Stick with it. Stick with it.
You might get the infamous love cone from from Steve.
Yeah. Marcus says, "Hey Dev, by the way, Louisville basketball got off with the NCAA and they won tonight."
I know everybody was mad. Like they said they got a week. I mean, the FBI said nothing happened, bro. What do you want? What do you want? Yeah.
Well, let's just recap. Dev says 27-14 Minnesota. Phil says 26-24 Minnesota. I got 24-20 Minnesota. Marcus has 27-24 Washington.
By the way, hold on while we're on Marcus. By the way, Marcus, that makes me more mad because that means Patino held us out of the NCAA tournament for no reason because it was his call. So he held us out of the tournament for no reason. The year we could have probably won it. That pisses me off even more, by the way.
You want to hear an interesting stat line?
Stat.
Davis the Giraffe Mills. 8 of 9 for 90 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Bang. Does Hurts have any turnovers?
Hurts has no turnovers. Pierce, running back for Texans, has 13 carries for 88 yards in the first half.
Yeah, I got him on 2 teams. Let's go.
So they found something. They found something with the run. Now Philly's trying to throw the ball. Philly's trying 36 seconds. They got the ball with 37 seconds left in the half. Run right for 8 yards, pass right for 3 yards, call timeout both of those plays. I think they have 1 timeout left, and then they just hit Dallas Goedert for 21. So they're now in what's the range? They're in Texan territory already.
Okay.
Crazy. This half might not end in a oh wait. Called their last timeout, 3 seconds left at the Houston 37. I think they're going for a long field goal.
Well, while we're waiting for the Philly and Houston game,
it's just interesting that do you know why I find it interesting?
Because it's
look at them on their own 25, 37 seconds left in the half. They're trying to score.
Not run the ball, not do a draw, and then wait 40 seconds and then call timeout.
Like we do.
That's what we do.
That's what we do.
All right, we got to talk about it. Dan Snyder, if you remember, Jim Irsay, our former Glock Dookie Award winner. Let's not forget Jim Irsay won the last Glock Dookie Award. Yes, he did. But he came out, made those comments about, made the comments about. I think there's merit to potentially removing.
Hey, first of all, when you mention Jim Irsay, you got to introduce him correctly. It's Jim Irsay, second of his name, Lord of the Realm, King of Indianapolis, Blood of the Dragon,
winner of the Glock Dookie Award,
keeper of the White Mountains of Powder,
keeper of pills, crackiest of cracks,
the keeper of whores. That's what he does.
The keeper of whores, the Glock Dookie Award winning. Jim Irsay.
That dude's got like 50 teeth in his mouth.
Yes.
But but I tell you what, if he gets Snouter out, winner chicken dinner. I mean, you take it how you can get it. But you know,
so apparently what it is that
bro.
they do have 24 votes. And the NFL is basically like, look, Dan, you can either do this one of two ways. Either we go through this process that we don't want to go through, or you sell the team.
The easy way, the hard way. So where did it come out? They said they had 24 votes. I mean, I have not looked at all.
I heard they even done that yet.
They haven't voted, but that it's just known that they have the votes.
Now behind the scenes parlaying.
Now here's the thing, though. Do you know why they don't want to go to they don't want to go to a vote? Because then Dan can call basically a within the league legal proceeding, and he can pretty much bring up any evidence he wants. There is no when you go to a court of law, there's certain standards for evidence to be displayed in court. There isn't that in the NFL bylaws when they do this, but it's basically a within the league legal proceeding. They don't have that. So Dan can bring up, if Dan has dirt on all the other owners, he can bring all of it up in that proceeding. They don't want to do that, but they can still vote him out regardless. But in the process, he can burn everyone's bridge apparently. So they want to just say, look, you're going to lose the team anyway. Let's do this quietly. Let's do this peacefully. You're going to make your money and then some.
Yeah, he's going to make billions. If this goes between 4 and 6, he bought the team for what, 700, 800?
Oh, he's going to get between 7 and 9, bro. He's going to get between 7 and 9 easily, bro. I don't even believe it's happening. I don't believe none of it. I don't believe none of it till it happens.
I'm with you. I'll believe it when I see it.
No, when the team announces that they're using Bank of America to facilitate,
they could be like some lawyers have said, he could just be trying to get minority owners to help fund the stadium.
No. Pretty sure that would be in the statement if they released it.
I feel like he would. I feel like you, Steve. I feel like he would. You know, Snyder always, if something ain't right, he'll put a statement out quick as fuck. So I feel like if it ain't right, he would already say it ain't right.
Yeah.
You know, but until I see it, man, hey, maybe this is it. I swear we're gonna have a Wizard of Oz. The witch is dead. The witch is dead.
But just remember, when Jim Irsay came out with that, the Snyders came out with a statement saying, if you would actually take a look at all the evidence of what we're trying to do, we're trying to get right, you would feel that we're in the right way, and blah blah blah. We're not they want to sell a team, and we won't. Period. And then all of a sudden now,
like Wolf of Wall Street, I ain't going.
I'm going to read you what it said. It says the Commanders owners, Dan and Tanya Snyder, said in a statement Wednesday, they've hired Bank of America Securities to consider potential transactions, including the potential sale of the franchise. The Snyders remain committed to the team, all of its employees, and its countless fans. That's all you guys, Aaron, Marcus, Yam, Phil, Dev, all you guys, to putting the best product on the field and continuing the work to set the gold standard for workplaces in the NFL. So Forbes reported on Wednesday that Snyder had retained Bank of America Securities to explore options, including selling the entire NFL team or a minority stake. So that's where the minority stake's coming in. But I agree that I think if they were just doing a minority stake, why they would probably announce that, because I read somewhere that some people think they're selling a minority stake just to generate cash for the stadium because nobody wants to fund the stadium. But as Phil said earlier, they think they might have 24 votes, and it said any potential transaction would have to be presented to the NFL Finance Committee for review and require an affirmative vote by 3/4 of the full membership, 24 for 32 teams. So I don't know. It's out there.
They're talking about having a parade. They think it sells the team, bro.
This is the stupidest shit. Y'all, come on. Can we act like we got some sense?
I think, I said it though. If they get him out, there's going to be some kind of financial impropriety they found on him. I think that's going to be the thing.
Virginia and DC now have investigations to those financial improprieties, whatever those things are. I don't know what they are, but
I don't either. But I was telling my friends, I was like, man, I don't think they'll get him out on any of the harassment or any of the other stuff.
The financial things that'll probably
going to be the financial thing that'll get him in, man. Because then they
Marcus
can legally say something's going on.
They said Byron Allen or a group of Jeff Bezos and Jay-Z partnership already in with the bid. You guys saw the Robert Griffin funky tweet. I'm taking 10 fans with me on a ride in a minority stake. So,
Yam says the same guy who less than a year ago was going to drop this bombshell
book till the team paid him off.
Now he's got the junkie sucking his butt. And
I ain't gonna lie though, Bezos and Jay-Z bought Washington be the most lit franchise in the NFL.
I don't know if I can
immediately.
Can I tell you this? Can I tell you this? All right.
Immediately.
I'm not
Chocolate City.
I may have used Amazon. Come on, I may have used Amazon maybe 5 times in my life to buy shit.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, man.
I don't have any loyalty to Jeff Bezos. I have stories that I wish I could tell, but I would be violating HIPAA stuff, and I would be getting someone in serious trouble if I announced some of the stuff I've heard about Bezos.
I
don't know if I can rock with this guy. Like, I like Byron Allen. I think Byron Allen would be the right way to go. Hopefully, he can put together a better bid. And I don't know if Jeff Bezos. I mean, the only people who seem to put Bezos up there is the fans, like in People Magazine. And I don't know what they would
be expecting. Like, I don't know what they would be expecting. It would just be another billionaire dude that doesn't know football.
No, they think that they're going to get their $30. They think they're going to get their $30 chicken tenders sent to their seat in 2 days or less.
I mean, it probably would immediately improve fan experience, but I'm not sure. Like, what are you expecting as far as the football team on the field differently with Bezos? I don't know. I'm wondering, like, what I mean,
Greg says it. I don't know if this would do anything, but Jay-Z might help free agency. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. I think it would help free agency. I think he would kill merchandising. If they can get some kind of a Rock Nation Nike collab.
Rockaware's been dead for 15 years. So.
You don't own Rockaware no more, bro.
But I know Rockaware dead.
But I'm saying if they can get some kind of, because it has to be Nike that does anything merchandise wise. If they can get some kind of Jay-Z merchandise with Nike, man, merch would be killing, man.
I mean, I guess my question is,
look what it did for the Nets.
Why wouldn't you want the 4th richest person in the world, regardless of whether you love him or hate him? Why would that be a bad thing if he has the ability to tap into that income stream to do things for the good of the team? New facilities, new training facility. We could actually get a new weight room. Like all the things with Dan didn't want to spend money on, this guy might spend money on.
I just don't see as the only team in the league to say we had a nigga with the space as an owner. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we have a space practice facility or some shit.
I know.
You don't know.
I mean, we used to be one of the richest franchise in the NFL, yet we have high school training facilities. It's bad.
I would say this. I mean, look, if you want to look, everybody says the same 2 names. They say Bezos, they say Elon Musk, right? Those are the 2 names everyone says because it's the only 2 billionaires and they're the 2 richest men in the world, right? I was joking that, in Musk's case, I mean, everybody says, well, he just bought Twitter. Yeah, but let me tell you something. Twitter is not the most profitable franchise right now. Twitter's been losing money. He bought it as an opportunity to try to turn it into something that makes money. If he wants something that's going to make money more immediately, this team's it. But people don't want to support him because for whatever political reasons. I don't know why.
Man, I would love to have Cobra Commander as the owner of Washington.
I personally would prefer Musk over Bezos because on a personal level, I've heard much better things about Musk than Bezos. Personally, though, of all the serious names, Byron Allen's the guy that I would like to see own this team. So hopefully he can get that put out.
Right. Greg says in less than 5 years, the team is screaming, sell the team.
I feel like Byron Allen would be cheap.
Probably.
I'm dying for Jeff to sell the damn Washington Post because that's become an absolute crap hole of a newspaper.
I feel like Byron Allen would be cheap, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like he'll be a more frugal owner. I just feel like it. He doesn't seem extravagant enough. Like, I don't know. That's not necessarily that's not mostly a knock on him his character or anything, because I think that's probably the way to fucking go. But it just doesn't seem. He doesn't seem like an NFL owner. Like he don't seem like.
Do you know who wants to own? Do you know who wants to own an NFL franchise? The problem is it's not ours. He has a very specific franchise he wants to buy, but I would think would be an interesting guy to own a team.
The Rock?
No, Gary Vaynerchuk.
Gary V. Yeah.
Gary V's dream is to own the Jets.
Okay. Is
now,
he a fan of the Jets?
He's a New York dude. He's a massive Jets fan. If you could somehow convince him that, well, maybe you can buy the Commanders. Lead a team to buy the Commanders, because he doesn't have enough to buy it outright himself.
Right.
But he could lead investors. If you can get him and then say, look, and then by the time the Jets are for sale, you can sell the Commanders and go buy the Jets. You'll have the money to do it yourself.
Yeah.
It would be interesting. I like Gary V. I think Gary V.
I do like. Now that I think about it, I do like the Byron Allen. I think that would probably be the most conservative and honestly a very good look for NFL to have it.
I mean, he'd be the first NFL minority
and to be the
owner.
one that's leading the group.
Yeah, right.
I mean, everybody says, well, Jay-Z, Jeff seems to get Jay-Z involved to counter the whole Byron thing. I don't think Jeff Bezos really cares if Jay-Z's involved.
I wonder Bezos. I don't want to know Bezos would. I just wonder. He's got a lot of shit going on. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of. Amazon's a huge company. It's bigger than NFL, honestly.
He only owns about 10% of Amazon now, but I think that's still enough to cause an issue.
But he owns a fucking SpaceX or whatever it is. I mean, it's a lot of stuff going on. And
Jay-Z,
here's the thing. I wonder how much of the legality.
Jay-Z had to sell his share of the Nets to start Rock Nation Sports.
Right. I wonder if there's anything. I just wonder. I wonder if it'll be a hard way to go. Plus, like I said, he brokered a deal for the NFL to be broadcast on Amazon Prime. So I wonder if all that just wouldn't make it possible for him to
do think that there's going to be some difficulties there. Something's going to happen. He's going to have to divest himself.
Yeah, he's going to divest himself from those
from Amazon.
Yeah, for sure.
And why would he do that? You know what I mean?
No.
That would make no sense.
Or divest himself from the TV revenue that comes from Amazon Prime, maybe. I don't know. Something.
No, I'm just wondering.
Those billionaire owners find a loophole anyways, man. He'll get that. It'll go to his. You know what? We saying all this stuff. Dan gonna turn around and sell the Tanya for $1.
Man, all this stuff,
gotcha.
And it's just a minority ownership is getting. That's why I said I'm not even going to talk it into existence, because I don't believe in that, by the way, but
yeah,
I just don't understand how me thinking about it is going to help. I don't know what's going to
happen. Can I say this though, guys? If you're going to be at the game on Sunday, don't do the sell the team chance. He's already trying to sell the team. It's a stupid distraction, all right? And me, it's insulting to the players on the field. You're supposed to be cheering them, right?
Yeah.
All right. Obviously, the sell the team chance from before must have worked, because he's now going to sell the team. So let business be business. When you're at the game, be a fan.
Unless we're getting blown out, boo the fuck out of them. If we're getting blown out, say that shit loud as you can, though. We getting blown out.
Yeah, we're losing 40-0, then you can do it.
Yam said Kyle from Burgundy Zone was saying that he was thinking the Marriott's hotel people, apparently they have to want to get into sports. That's my thing. There's probably some billionaire CEO who we're not even thinking of.
They're complaining about bed bugs in the stadium
coming.
Yeah, that no one even is thinking of right now.
Remember, I had to go back into my way back here. Snyder's name didn't come up until the very end.
What's up, Ryan? Thanks for joining.
He swooped in with that bid. It was going to be Ted Lerner. Ted Lerner had just outbid Vince McMahon. That tells you how close we were to Vince McMahon owning this franchise.
Yeah.
Right? There would have never been an XFL because
Steve Ballmer.
Because McMahon almost bought the Redskins. He then almost bought the Vikings after that.
I guess my question is, how does it work? Does Dan get to decide who he sells to? Does the NFL have to approve who he sells to? Like who?
Both.
okay, so Dan says I want to sell to Phil, and then the NFL says, okay, do we approve of Dan selling to Phil? Is that
basically
how it works?
is how it works. Yeah.
Yes.
So that's why I
say,
think it will be Byron Allen. That's why I think
it's just like whenever you have a large merger between corporations, the SEC and
yes, they have a
Federal
say.
Trade Commission, they all have to get involved and approve it.
Yeah,
I think
basically Dan can just take the highest bidder. He could take the lowest.
Here's the thing. What would make Dan look the best doing?
Does he want to save his legacy? Sell it to Joe
Allen.
Gibbs.
Sell it to Byron Allen. Because he'll be the first black team. He'll be the best.
Joe Gibbs Racing.
He'll be the first black owner in the NFL. That's a positive, man. That's a good look for him and explain himself doing it. And he also has right now the number one diverse front office in American sports, honestly.
He does.
At this point. So that would be a very good look for him. But here's the thing. What do you say? Well, I'll sell it to Byron Allen for $7 billion, right? And he says, cool, I'll take it. And then Bezos comes in. I got 9.
When he talks.
He could outbid him. Who's going to outbid Bezos, man? Right now.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Nobody. Aaron says Ted Leonsis, and I said the same thing too, but I think he's right now jockeying for position to buy the Nats when the Learners officially put the team on the market. But if he wants to own a football team, now's the opportunity. I don't think he's flush with cash like that money. Yeah, he had to put a group together. Yam says, I think selling team came down to Dan not being able to get a stadium deal done and everyone pulling out. He knows he couldn't.
Joe Gibbs doesn't have the money y'all think he does, by the way.
He doesn't, but that's why I said if he got a group together.
He would have to. Now here's the thing: Gibbs would have to sell Joe Gibbs Racing. Joe Gibbs Racing is worth $230 million.
Yeah,
Gibbs himself is worth about 60. So you have to liquidate everything.
He
still wouldn't even be putting a dent in that.
Might get Hendrick Motorsports to do it.
Hendrick's worth over $1 billion, so that.
By the way, I bet that the Hendricks, the head guy, like twice. He's cool as hell. His wife is awesome.
I've heard a lot of amazing.
I've met them twice in person, man. We were one recently, like last month. Nice people. They come get a Corvette every time they release a new one. They get the first 2. Nicest people ever, by the way.
Yep. Yam says spending $700 million in '99 and walk away with $5.8 billion. Hey, he's still winning. Doesn't matter. He wins in the end. Legacy, no legacy. If I walk away to $5 to $8 billion, you can say whatever you want about me. I don't care. For $5 to $8 billion,
you will go to his horse farms in Clark County, and you'll never hear from him again. You'll have his house on the Potomac, all that.
Yeah, probably by the Knicks. My luck.
And Yam's right. I think Ted is buying the Nats before he wouldn't even think about Washington. It's just that he already owns the Wizards, he already owns the Caps, and the Nats are just much more closer to the DC sports scene than Washington is. They didn't conform. When we did the rebrand, and nobody liked it. I was probably the only person in the fan base who said, "Let's just change the colors to the Wizards and Capitals, red, white, and blue." I know everyone's against it, but I was like,
"Fuck it. Hey,
why not?"
That was part of my whole concept.
Yeah. The freedom. Yeah, Phil had freedom.
No, I don't want that. I don't want that shit.
Star Spangled the shit. You call ourselves America's team. I was all about that.
Star Spangled the shit. Star Spangled the
shit. Say whatever you want.
Yeah.
Oh man, that like you said, Dev, it's hard to. We have no control over this. We don't know how it's going to go. We don't know what's going to happen.
Man, I'm telling you, if it's up to Dan, I think it could be your boy. It makes
Which boy?
Your boy. We was talking about.
I got so many of them.
Byron Allen. Yeah, I mean, it would be a great look. I think he would be a responsible owner, which Washington obviously hasn't had. I think the NFL might look for the splash, man. The splash is Amazon Prime, bro.
Yeah, well, that's the money ticket to
right, and that's a lot more money, and that's probably a little better, a bigger, maybe not better, but bigger fan experience because he can afford a stadium. He can afford a stadium.
It's turning into game. It's gonna be a Game of Thrones here, real quick. It's gonna get cutthroat. It's gonna get crazy.
Rhaenyra Targaryen.
Who's going to ride it on their dragon and blow shit up?
Bezos on a big ass regular.
If you want that, then you go with Elon Musk.
Yeah, he'll just come and fuck everything up.
Elon's Damon.
Elon's going to come in. We're going to take command in Tesla Cybertruck tanks.
Elon's Damon, man, but Bezos is more like Amon. big ass
Well,
dragon.
the stadium would be 100%. Well, the stadium is already 100% solar on game days, if I'm not mistaken. All the power generated from the panels in the silver lot, I think, power the stadium. I think.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The whole
I thought it
silver
just
lot
had
is
a heat and cooling. I
full
usually
panel.
don't. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Now, if there was a dome, it wouldn't work because all the heating and cooling indoor. But now it's just
turn the
lights
entire
and
roof
power.
into a solar panel.
Yeah.
That would be hot.
But, hey, we went a little long tonight. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We had Greg, Marcus, Yam, Cody, Aaron, Joe Bernard, and Ryan jumped in at the last second. And Marcus Edlin. Man, hey, it's week. We just finished week 8, going into week 9. We're back to 500. Honey, we got a chance to be 5-4 this weekend when the Vikings come to town. Phil and I will be at the game. We will be there, screaming loud and proud for our Commanders. And it's the blackout game, so I'll be wearing my black W shirt, cheering in the stands. It'll be fun. We'll be up in section 306.
I will be wearing my black skin. There
you go. Tailgating in the red zone lot once again. So if you're out there, hit us up on social media, man. You're always welcome to swing by. I'll have my kids with me, but we'll still kick it. Got a bunch of food, got a bunch of drinks. We'll have a good time. Any shout outs, fellas, before we close it down? Go ahead, Phil.
Shout out to the dude who wanted to come at me over.
Oh, what a loser, man. What a freaking loser. I saw that, man. I saw it when I was driving. I was going to jump in on that, man. That dude, troll. It's a troll, man.
I know. GC rep the district saw my response. They're like, y'all want to see a dead body?
What a troll. Yeah, that guy.
Oh, that dude, man. And now he just challenged me because you showed me where he bet Andy Burrows $10,000 we'd lose a game that we won and hadn't said a word since. And I was like, I'll bet you $10,000 you can't run a mile.
Yeah, I know.
Joke's on you, buddy. Before I hurt my back and my foot, I was running a mile. And
we'll give that guy the Glock Dookie award next week if we don't have anyone else.
His name on Twitter is Pooh Fingers. I'm gonna give him a Glock Dookie.
I bet it's gonna be pretty easy to find a few candidates for Glock Dookie award after this Sunday. I promise there's gonna be a few candidates.
I'm sure.
But my shout out is shout out to Ray Guy, man. Died 72 years old, the greatest punter of all time. Next to Tress Way. No, but
he got special team NFL special teams player of the week, man. NFC player special player special.
Oh, the month.
Really? Congratulations,
the month. Okay.
Man. But
special teams player of the month.
Shout out to Ray Guy, man.
Yeah, shout out to Ray Guy. Ray Guy revolutionized the idea of punting as being an essential part of the game. And switching field positions. One of the biggest reasons why the Oakland Raiders defense was so good is that Ray Guy could pin guys back. He had that kind of a leg.
Yeah.
I think it was the first, if not the only punter in the Hall of Fame, right? Is Mosley in?
No, Mosley's not in the Hall of Fame. There's only one kicker in the Hall of Fame right now.
Yeah, Ray Guy, right?
No, Ray Guy's the only punter.
Kicker like place kicker?
Punter. Is he the only punter, Ray Guy?
I'm trying to. Who would it be?
John Stenerud of the Chiefs.
Vinatieri, is he in?
Adam Vinatieri has a logic. Morton Anderson was a good one. Matt Prater, Jason Eagle.
We're going to count Sammy Ball. We're going to count Sammy Ball.
He's one of ours. He counts as us.
He's a punter. And
Sammy Ball was a punter, but he was a quarterback too, and he's in the Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah. I mean, he counts as a Redskin. I don't know about a punter, but he was.
He went in. He was an all-world punter too, but he went in as a quarterback primarily. But yeah, the Mark Mosley's not in the Hall of Fame, but his kicking shoe is. I saw it
for the MVP.
Just because of the fact that he was the last straight-ahead kicker.
Oh yeah, Hoblo.
Who's the kicker that's in the Hall of Fame? You never said, did you?
Jan Stenerud.
Chiefs.
I don't know who. Oh, yeah. Chiefs. Get that ball articulated up the field team, right?
Yep.
Hey,
well, thanks for everyone for tuning in. Phil and I will be at the game. We'll still have a live thread going in the Addicts group. So if you're over there, check it out. And then we'll be back Monday night for the recap of this game. So we'll see what happens. As always, we appreciate you guys listening, man. We really, really like it. Go hit that like button on YouTube if you're watching on Facebook. Go back and hit it on YouTube. And listen, I'm going to tell you right now, this is a great audio podcast. I love listening to this podcast back on audio. It's fantastic. Hit that link tree and you can get the podcast on any of your major podcast platforms. Odyssey, Apple, Google, Spotify. Go check it out, man. It's great. Listen, I laugh my ass off mostly at stuff Dev says, but that gets me through my commute all the time. So, hey, we appreciate it. We love you guys as always. Peace and hail.
So.
Yeah.